Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary Ashcrafter. If you are new here, you can find me on Instagram at that same name. I will have everything linked and spelled down below in the description box. This is Flosstube number 52, and today is February 22nd, 2022. It's the, I've seen so many things today about like the 2222 things. I don't know, whatever. It has been a while, my friends. It has been 2 months since my last real Flosstube. I did do a whip parade and I did do 2 unboxings. So you have seen me in some capacity, but it's been a while. There are reasons for that. Mainly I've just been busy with work, with my kids, all of the things. I really want to thank everybody for reaching out. I have gotten so many messages on Instagram DMs and comments on YouTube, and just everybody wishing me well and hoping that I'm doing well and telling me that they miss my videos. So I really appreciate it. It really makes me feel loved, especially when I am feeling not myself. I love going through and reading comments from old videos because everybody always has something nice to say, so it like lifts my spirits. But you may notice that I am in a very different location. I am in a hotel room. I am doing my first trial. So that has kind of been one of the biggest reasons recently why I haven't done a video, is because I've just been preparing. And so by the time it rolls around to like have time to be able to film a video, I'm just exhausted. So I lugged all of my stitching stuff so that I could do a video, because I'm like, I don't have children to watch. I don't have anything to do but prepare for the next day. I'm gonna be here for off and on the next 3 weeks. We have 2 days this week, 2 days next week, or no, 3 days next week, and 4 days the week after, just because there's a lot of scheduling things going on. So I figured this is a great time to get some stitching in, because you can only prepare so much the night before, and then you just got to take a break. You got to cut it off, got to do some de-stressing. For me, that's stitching. So not only that, but my daughter also had scarlet fever, which didn't even know that was a thing. That was kind of scary because, you know, growing up, hearing about scarlet fever, all you really know is that there were just a ton of children that died from it, and a lot of people that died from it back in like the 1800s and like the early 1900s, when they didn't really know what it was and didn't know how to treat it. So when her doctor said she has scarlet fever, I'm sitting there like, oh my gosh. And her doctor is just like, no, it's just strep throat that presents with a rash. So, but she was really sick, and so she's not sick anymore. Well, then she had an allergic reaction to the medicine they gave her, to the amoxicillin. So now it's noted in her chart that she has a penicillin allergy. So there's just like, and that happened February 1st through 10th. So it just, and then now this. So it's been a lot. But I do have a little bit of wine here. So I have some stitching. Let's see. I am not going to be able to do these in order that I had worked on them, because I have not been keeping up with my stitching journal. I could guess the order, but I don't know. I did have one finish around Christmas. I want to say it was like Christmas Eve, maybe Christmas Eve. My friend Julie, Kansas City girl in a Colorado world, came out with a Little Women pattern. So I stitched that up. I stitched this on Christmas Day and the day after Christmas. It is a finish for now because there is a pattern or a border that Julie designed to go around it, but I have come to realize I don't really like stitching borders, but I can't decide if I just want to leave it like this or if I want to add something to it. So I am debating that, but it just says Meg, Jo, Beth, and Amy, and I love Little Women. It holds a very special place in my heart. So when I saw this, I immediately went to her Gumroad and I purchased it. Her Gumroad is one where, you know, and this pattern in particular, you pay what you want. When I see Gumroads, I do not take them for free. I think that's wrong. So like this one, I messaged Julie and I even told her, I know this is a small pattern, but like I'm obsessed with it, and I think I paid like $10. I immediately stitched it, and this was like the first thing that made me really like want to stitch, you know, because I did talk about not having much of a stitchy bug over the last, you know, however many months, but this helped bring it back. So FFN, finished for now. Okay, where do I even start? I know I can do that one last because that's what I'm currently working on. Let's go with, what's this one? I think this is January Truckin' Along by the Housewives. And still not done, but getting closer. So here's how much I have. And so what I'm working on is this bottom portion. Oh, here we go. Let me just fold this. So I'm trying to do like color completing as much as I can. So like I did all the red, and then I did like some of the darker blue and the lighter blue and the brown. And now I think I decided the next thing I was gonna do was fill in the truck because I knew that would kind of take a while. So I have made quite a bit of progress on this, but obviously it's not done and we're not in January anymore. So, you know, it'll get done when it gets done. It's fine. I've just, you know, I've realized that my issue with this though is that there's just so much white. So much white, and I do not like stitching that much white. So, also, if I am going through this at rapid speed, it is because I do not want this video to last 5 million years long. We all know I can talk. We all know I can just ramble on. So, I don't want to do that because I do want to stitch tonight if I can, or at least go to bed early. I don't know. So if I am like talking a mile a minute, that is why. Okay, this one, did I work on this one? I think I did. So this is Farmhouse Christmas, and I'm working on the center block, which is Grandma's quilt. And I had decided a while ago that I was bored of the quilt, so I was going to move on, but I decided, no, I need to finish this center one before I move on. So I have finished this whole square. So this whole thing is completely filled in, and now I just gotta go do this outside portion. Is that it? Yeah, the outside portion and like the scallop, I'll call it scallops. The scallop portion, there's like little things in each one of these, and then finish the white and go around it. So this is something that, I don't know, I haven't lost interest in it, I've just lost interest in this square. So once I get past the square, I think it'll be a little bit quicker moving because this is just a lot of not my favorite stitches. This fabric, and I'll go back to the other ones. This is 16 count Natural Light Aida. It is really nice. I use scraps of it for other things. I got this from 123 Stitch. I really like this fabric. It was back when I did everything on Aida. And I like could not, I was too scared to try linen or even weave. And I'm just using the called for DMC, again, back when I did not do anything other than the called for. The Stitching with the Housewives is just a 14 count black Aida using the called for DMC. And then my Little Women, this is a 32 count even weave tan gingham. Hopefully you can see the color of that. I have also found that filming on my phone is like much better than filming on my iPad, which you would think it wouldn't be that big of a difference because they're both Apple products, but I think my iPad, it's my work iPad, I think it's just old enough that the camera sucks. So that's the technical term. What's this one? Oh, this was a fun one to work on. This is, what is the actual name of this? I cannot remember. This is something. Plaid Tidings. This is Plaid Tidings by Little Stitch Girl. I am doing all the called for DMC. And you'll see the fabric is going to be a 32 count unnamed blue color from Be Stitch Me. But I am stitching these all in a row so that it's like a row of houses rather than individual houses. So I've gotten quite a bit done on this one. I have finished the house. Wait, no, I take that back. I have not finished the house. I have to fill in, what is the color that needs to be filled in though? It's like a lighter color. It's like a light gray color. I probably could keep, hang on. I'm like, okay, so, whoa. So these squares that are empty need to be filled in with a lighter gray. I probably will fill them in, but like looking at it from this distance, I'm like, who's gonna know, right? If I decide not to fill them in, but I'm still gonna fill them in because I am not a rule breaker. So then I also did the door. I did the sled. I have one tree trunk there. I started on another tree trunk. I expanded on the snow. But I still obviously have some more to do. This is the start of the borders. As I just said, I don't like doing borders. So I have a feeling I'm gonna frog that and just not do a border on this. Each house has a border. I think I would rather not do a border and have more like trimmings on the finish, whether it's like rickrack or palm finish, something. I think I'd rather do that than do a border, because this kind of border where you got like teeny little bits and they're not connected, and yeah, that's not exciting to me at all. So I have decided that 2020, I was about to put in a lot of 20s. It should tell you how loopy I am right now, how tired I am. I decided that 2022 is going to be the year that I am unapologetically myself and what I want to do. So I don't want to stitch a border. I'm not going to stitch a border. Throw it out. Like no shade, no shade to the designer. I love the designers. I love designs, like, but borders, I don't like them. I don't like them unless they really make a piece. Like, you need this border, otherwise it is just incomplete. Then I will do a border. Otherwise, not doing it. So 2022, unapologetically me, which, I mean, shouldn't we all be unapologetically ourselves? Like, let's be real. Okay. Again, I am like flying through this. One sip of that wine has got me off the rails. Oh, okay. So Nutcracker. This is my cute little Nutcracker bag from Painted Leaf Co. I'm just obsessed with this bag. This is Lucky Nutcracker from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. I do not have this printed, and my iPad is over yonder, so I can't go grab that and be able to like show it to you. So this, I have finished the tree. This tree was almost the death of me. This tree is just a lot more stitching than like it looks. I don't know. It's deceivingly a lot. So I have finished it. The white for the garland is filled in, but I have not filled in like the ornaments, if you want to call those ornaments or lights or whatever. I have not filled those in because I want to wait until I do more and make sure that I pick the right colors because I am doing my own floss conversion using mostly forbidden fiber flosses. So I just want to make sure I use the right colors, since I do have some colors in here that, like, I have a couple blues that could work for something, and those things I'm not really going to make a decision on until later. This fabric, I think, is a 32, even weave. Yeah, from Be Stitch Me. It's an opalescent. Obviously, you can kind of see the sparkles. Ooh, shiny. If you know what that's from, we're friends. I don't think this had a name. It's possible it did. Oh wait, is this Neptune? I think this is Neptune. Opalescent Neptune. I really like this color. I think this is gonna be just, when this is done, I think it's going to look amazing on this fabric. So that is that one. Let's see. What is, oh, this is Dancer. So this is my next one. Let me find the page. This is Dancer by Barbara Anna. There is a stitch along going on. There's a lot of people doing it, so I couldn't tell you. I know Candace K is doing it. I know Courtney from Stitches Please, Crystal Rowe. I don't know who else is doing it. Those are just the three that I can think of off the top of my head. This was in the most recent winter punch needle and primitive stitcher. So here is the pattern. I decided I was going to stitch this from stash, so I pulled floss for it, I pulled fabric for it, and just am going off of what I had. And before doing this and pulling the flosses for it, I watched a video by Nell, Little Yellow House Crafts. Yes. She did a tutorial about how she chooses her floss colors, because she does her own conversion for everything. Like, the only thing she ever does with the called for is Prairie Schooler. Like, everything, she has a big enough stash of fancy floss that she just does everything from her stash. And And so she did a video about it, about how she goes through her process of picking out her colors. And I watched that, and then I picked out my colors for this. And I do think it really helps. So if you are thinking about wanting to get into doing your own conversions, highly recommend that video. If I can remember to do it in the morning, I will find the link and link it down below in the description box. So this is Dancer. I am doing this on, I actually put it in here, Fiberlicious Wicked Night 32 count linen. I am part of the Fabric of the Month Club, and I will talk about it more, but I actually switched from linen to Lugana. Did I do Lugana? I think so. Starting, I don't know when it starts, but I switched my fabric choice. So, I had to look at this. How did that end up way over there? Sorry, my needle still had some thread in it. It ended up like way on the other side. So this is the fabric, and I'm holding it back so you can kind of see the whole thing. The color specifically, there's this green, and I just really like that green. It looks like the Aurora Borealis to me. So I've just continued working on the head right there, and I want to say the last time I showed this in my last Flosstube, I had finished this antler and I had just started on the head. So I'm just working my way, now I'm working my way on to the dark brown that's on the head. But I really like this. My floss colors, let's see. I've got an array of Forbidden Fiber, Color and Cotton, and as I've mentioned before, but I will mention this every single time I mention it, I am trying to use up my Weeks Dye Works. So I do have 2 in here, but you can find these types of colors because they're 2 browns with lots of other people. But I'm just, oh, and there's a Victorian motto in here. So I'm just trying to use those up. But I think I did a pretty good job, if, you know, from what I mean, we'll see when it all comes together, but I think my conversion worked out pretty well. I think it is pretty spot on with the colors she used. I think maybe it's just a tad muted. I would say maybe her reds are a little bit brighter than mine, but that's okay. I don't mind it. I don't mind not having the bright reds. I really like this one though. This is one I cannot work on at all times. Like I can't work on it at night. Same thing with the January Truckin' Along. I cannot work on that at night. I actually did most of my work on the January Truckin' Along while watching my kids while they were playing in the backyard, which was great because I could really see the holes really clearly in the daylight. And so with this being a darker fabric, that's another one where it's like, I kind of have to be a little bit more choosy about when I work on it. But, I mean, that's just kind of what you have to deal with when you have darker fabrics, so. All right, so my most recent, this is my last whip, my most recent one that I have been working on consistently for about probably a week now. Well, a week, maybe like 4 or 5 days. I made this project bag last year. I love it. I used Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch, her tutorial for her project bag. This was a March Madness start, and it was just a tiny little start because it did not go on to the next round. But this is Mr. Finnegan by Autumn Lane Stitchery. So my start last year was this light green patch right here, and then just barely the little baby top of the clover with the light green. So I decided I wanted to pull it out. I am doing no new starts for 90 days. I am holding true to that. I still have not started anything. I have only been working on whips. And it was around Valentine's Day, and I really wanted to stitch something Valentine's, but I didn't have any whips. So I thought, okay, I'll just skip to the next holiday, which is St. Patrick's Day. And it ended up being a good decision because I've gotten a lot done. So I have the clover finished, which I did the clover and then I had to frog it because I messed up my counting and it was not fixable. And then I have the hat, and I'm just working my way down. So now I'm at the bottom of the hat, where I'm about to start on the bill of the hat and then his head. This fabric is, I dyed it myself, which is why I'm pausing, because I don't remember if this is a 28 or a 32. I want to say this is a 28 count, even weave. I dyed it myself with teal Rit dye. I'm almost positive it's teal. And I don't think I added anything to it. And then this is my Clay by Kim needle minder. I thought that was fitting because it's St. Patrick's Day. But I am really enjoying working on this, and I will probably continue working on this for a few more days. I'm hoping that the more I work on it, the more it'll push me to finish it before St. Patrick's Day. But we have been watching Brave recently a lot because my daughter is really in love with that movie. She calls it the Wisps movie. And for those of you who know my whips, you know my Dreaming Girl by Barbara Anna is, I'm changing some things to be like Merida and Brave. So because we've been watching Brave, I really want to work on that, but I also really want to finish this before St. Patrick's Day. So I have a feeling at some point I might have to put this down to start working on Dreaming Girl because I really want to work on it. But I'm kind of up in the air. So if I do stitch tonight, this is what I'm going to be stitching on. But I really like it. And you know how people, like I mentioned earlier with how Nell stitches Prairie Schooler with the called fours. And a lot of people are like that with Prairie Schooler. You do not mess with the colors. That is how I am with Autumn Lane. I do not mess with Aaron's colors. Like, his color theory is just spot on. And I really love his approach to designing and color theory for patterns because he's looking at it from an art perspective and not so much just like a practical stitching view. I don't even know if that makes sense, but like he's coming at it from a whole different angle. So his designs and his color are just fantastic. So I am using all the called for DMC. And then I have it on the blue that I dyed myself in the bag that I made myself. So those are all my whips. Let's see. I have a little bit of haul that I'm dropping. So let's see. I have December's fabric of the month from Fiberlicious. This is called Hidden Treasure. It's like the color on here, I don't know if that's really what it looks like. It's more of like a goldenrod color. Like, what can I hold up behind it? It's more of a goldenrod. I have no idea what I would use this for, honestly. I have no idea. If you guys have any suggestions for this color, let me know, because I'm kind of at a loss at what I would use this for. I think it's a really nice color. Let's see. There's not much of a, like, not much modeling. You know, like her Wicked Nights has that, it's like the bluish, but it has a little bit of green in it. This is just a straight up goldenrod. So maybe, I don't know, is there a Mirabilia that would look good on this? Or a Nora Corbett? I don't know, you tell me. You tell me what, we're gonna do audience participation. You tell me what would look good on this, because I'm at a loss. But I do really like it. And then January is, did they give me a different, I could have sworn they gave me a different one. I remember getting an email, maybe that was a couple months ago. I remember getting an email that they had run out of linen, so they asked like if you wanted to switch for a limited time, and I said yes. So this is a very periwinter. It's a beautiful, beautiful periwinkle blue. I would say the color that's showing up on the video is, I don't know, it's not quite, I feel this is very much like a light wash denim color is what's coming to mind. This is so pretty. I really like this color, and I'm gonna have to go through my stash of Mirabilias to see what would look good on this, because it's gorgeous. So I emailed around the 1st of the month of February. I emailed Gwen and asked if I could be put on a waiting list to switch to a Lugana, or some type of an even weave for either 28 or 32 count, because I've built up my stash so much with linen that I really want to work on even weave now, because I do really like even weave, and I think I've come to realize that I like even weave. I like stitching on even weave more than linen, but I like the look of linen better. It holds the color better. So she said, yeah, no problem. She'll switch me. So I don't know when that'll take effect, but yeah, so I switched to even weave. Then let's see, I have my floss from Color and Cotton. So here's December. I'm taking a pause. I paused for February, so I am not getting February's floss. So this is December, 10 skeins, all colors. Here's the first pack. I really like this blue, and I really like that center is a green, a really dark green, and that is a beautiful color. This is the other one. Again, that green, the greens and the blues. And then here's January. Here's the first one, and here's the second one. That pink is really pretty. But I decided to pause because I felt like I've built up my fancy floss stash enough that I feel okay pausing it for a little while, especially if I'm not going to be doing a lot of new starts. I thought about stopping my Fibralicious subscription, but it's like Color and Cotton. It's really difficult to get into because they're always full. So I thought, okay, push comes to shove, which one would I rather have? Would I rather have the floss or would I rather have the fabric? And for me, I'd rather have the fabric, because the floss, I mean, Color and Cotton is wonderful. I really, really enjoy being a part of their club, but I can get floss lots of places, like Forbidden Fiber, which Leanne had her yearly, like, New Year's sale. I don't know if it's an annual sale or not, but she had one when at the beginning of 2021, and now she had another one at the beginning of 2022. So I bought some more floss from her. A couple that I already had, but I wanted to get some more because I really liked the colors. So I got 2 of Unrequited. I got 1 Masquerade. I got 1 Incomparable. Incomparable and Unrequited were from the Bridgerton box. This is Confession. This might also be from the Bridgerton box. I really liked the colors that came in the Bridgerton box, so I did get some of those if they were available. Tatooine. This was part of the Mandalorian box that I did not get, but I really liked those colors. Bounty Hunter, again, Mandalorian box. I, if you did not notice, really like green. Probably the Irish in me. Quarter Quell, this was part of the Hunger Games pack that she did. Most of these were just colors that I just really liked and thought were nice. This is a one of a kind. So once she sells out of it, then she's out of it. But this is Poe, as in like Edgar Allan Poe. But it's a gray. It is a gray. I feel like when I look at it, I see a hint of purple, but that could just be my eyes playing tricks on me. This is Inkwell. This is a really dark gray. Not quite black, just a very, very dark gray. Sugar Plum, this is one that I have already. I think I have this in my Lucky Nutcracker conversion, but I wanted to get another one because I really liked this color, and who knows if I would need more. And then I got some neutral colors that I thought would be good for all kinds of things. So this is Pearl. It's just this is a good, like, I don't know how else to explain it other than a pasty white skin color. Like my skin color. Jingle Bells. This, the color on the screen is not quite, this is more goldenrod than what is showing up. And then Winter Wheat is a nice yellow, and I think this is when I looked at my fancy floss, I felt like my yellows were lacking, so I figured I would get one. So that is my order from Forbidden Fiber that I got at the beginning of the year. That is everything. Actually, no, it's not. No, it is not. I take that back. One more thing. A really exciting purchase for me. So Adam Heart Stitches, she does these really cool heart-shaped floss drop bobbins. Floss drop bobbins? Is that what she calls it? I think that's what it is. But she came out with a new one. Let me undo this so I can get one out. Called a thread chip. And there's another one that she came out with that is just a regular bobbin shape. But this is a thread chip. It looks like a little robot. But she's calling it, I think she named it Chippy. But it's a thread chip. So, do I have, let me see. Oh, I have a floss that was kind of my kids. Somebody, I don't know how, but one of them got into it. One of my flosses, I legit have no idea how. So let's see if I can unravel this. There's only a little bit left. Okay, so I've got some DMC here. We'll do it like this. Okay, so I think do I have the small one? Yeah. So these You can do it really at either end, have them, you know, like that. You could wrap them like so. And then these slits, I love the slits so much. The hearts have a slit too, is for any remnants. You know, things that you would put in like an Ort book or Ort catcher, thread holder, those felt things, you know what I'm talking about. You can put that around here. And so I got a pack. I love this color so much. I think it is so pretty. She just had a restock this past weekend. And I keep missing her freaking restocks because I'm doing other things. It's not her fault. It's just I'm doing other things, and so I'm not really paying attention to the time. But I really like these. She also includes stickers for you to write what the floss color is that's on here. I haven't decided which one I'm going to use this for yet. But they are really fun to play with. Just, you know, so much fun. So that is everything. This was the last thing I purchased. This was a pack of 20 or 25, and it cost $20 or $25, somewhere around there. I don't remember exactly how much. Her shipping is really fast, probably because she's in LA and I'm in Fresno, so it takes like a day to get here when she ships. So I highly recommend, if you are in the market for floss drops, and you want some that are gonna last a long time, like these are just, and you want something that's a little bit more unique, these are amazing. And the hearts, I love the hearts. The hearts are just, and they're so cute. They're so cute. But she did create one that looks like a regular bobbin, but it's acrylic. And she has clear ones and then like the special edition, like color ones. So that is everything. All of my, how many things did I work on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I worked on 6 whips over the last 2 months, which is a lot for me. I've seen a couple posts about March Madness, and a couple people have asked me if I'm going to do March Madness. That's gonna be a no. If you watch my channel around March Madness last year, I had a lot of fun doing it, but I realized that it caused me to be behind on a lot of things. So like me falling behind on a lot of my stitch-alongs was because of March Madness. So I am not doing it. Plus I'm not doing any new starts, even though you could do it with all whips. But if you want to do it, go check out Steel City Stitchers video. I think I saw that they put up a video. And that is everything. I feel like I was talking a mile a minute, but we're still at 43 minutes. So, I mean, you know, we'll see if I have another video or 2 while I'm here at the hotel. It just depends on how much stitching I get done while I'm here, or on the weekends when I'm home, because I will be driving back and forth on the weekends. So, we'll see. I hope I don't go another 2 months without another video. Like, I don't like doing that. and as a viewer myself, when I have somebody that I like, not saying that you all like love me or anything like that, but specifically the person that comes to mind is Nell from Little Yellow House Stitch Craft. Little Yellow House Craft. Oh my gosh, crafts. Okay. She didn't have a video for like 4 or 5 months, and she posted a video not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before, I think that's what it was. I don't think it was this past Sunday. I was thinking, yeah. And when I saw her video pop up on my feed, I squealed like a little girl. Like, I was so excited and it was an hour long. I was like, oh my gosh, an hour of Nell. How amazing is this? So I, like, from a viewer standpoint, you know, I hate it when Flosstubers go so long without a video. But, you know, life happens. And like Nell said in her video, this is my hobby. This is my hobby. And when it also starts to feel like a job and like I need to stitch to have content, it becomes less enjoyable. So I'm stitching when I want to stitch. I am not going to feel sorry about it if I don't get a lot of stitching in. That's just the season of life I'm in, unfortunately. You know, I used to be on a schedule where I could stitch every single night from about 8:30 to 10:30, and I would get a lot done. But since I am by myself with my kids at night, I can't do that. So I stitch on the weekends, and that's about it. Unless I have a random night here or there when both of my children go to sleep before 8 or 8:30, which is rare. So that's kind of where I'm at. Like I said, I'm hoping I don't have to go another 2 months or so without another video, because I do really enjoy videos and making videos and talking with everybody in the comments and chatting with you on Instagram. If you ever want to know what's up with me, check out my Instagram. Just saying. Like, I am always on stories. I am DMing with everybody all day, every day. So if you wanna hit me up, DM me on Instagram. My DMs are always open for everybody. Just saying. So that's everything. Got a little rambly at the end, but we're still okay. I have no idea what time it is. I can't see a clock. So I have no idea if I'm supposed to go to bed right now. So that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And I will see you when I see you, because I don't want to make any promises and then not deliver. So bye, guys.